Can you guys hear me? What about now? Okay. Okay. We're gonna do this a little bit different than I planned. I was just gonna go lazy style and use the headset mic, but that's not gonna work out. So let me fix one of my other things real quick. I think that no, that's right. Audio input capture. Okay. Let's start this over. Let's start this over. So yeah, that was my custom royalty-free music that I made myself. So we gotta have an intro for that. Yes, that's right. Joe was correct. The W was for Wu Tang. Wu Tang. Um, I was listening to some of that. And yeah, I need to watch that documentary since I got all this free time now. I mean, I don't really have free time, but I'll make some time or something. We'll see. So yesterday I did a the war on Boros thing, and it was pretty random. And all my hot takes probably weren't super hot. I mean, that's the thing. I'm not really known more so much for my magic knowledge as I am for my humor. So today or yesterday, people watched it and they seemed to like it. And I was like, well, let's do something. What's another thing? Because I can't just keep hating on Boros, right? Like Boros is bad, but it's not that bad. I don't want to diss Boros so often, and it's not that it's bad. Well, the reason it's bad in my mind has changed because of Feather. Feather makes it bad because it's so good. Makes terrible cards best. So, um, PJ's beat me with Boros Swords deck a bunch of times, and I've been scandalized. And then I played a pretty like reasonably priced, regular EDH deck, and I got beat by a $25 Boros deck, and my pride, it was hurt. And that was our friend BJ at COTB1 on Twitter. Um, yeah, man, dude, person, everyone, PJ, PJ's Boros decks, in Ryan's terms, quote unquote, slap, slap. Let me move this a little bit so it's more centered on moi. There we go. Okay, so I hope everyone's being safe out there, and I hope that this kind of provides a little bit of fun time humor and some hot takes for everybody. So let's straight up get into it. This first card is where's my video? Where's my video? That's fine. You don't have to see me. But I want you to. One second. Aha. Aha. I got it. Okay. We're here. And now we are here. Oh, whatever. You don't have to see me. I don't care. So this is a card that PJ said he wanted me to discuss. I think that's Razia's Purification. It's 4 red white for a sorcery that says each player chooses 3 permanents he or she controls, then sacrifices the rest. I don't know. That's a strong. I mean, I think this is a strong card. Um, I don't know if it's something that I would play or not. It's the cost is pretty high on it. Yeah, that's my thinking. Like, you're losing 9 things. Like, that's gonna put the person who plays this at a pretty high advantage, I think. The casting cost of 6, yeah, that's a lot of mana, but still, like, I think oh, Grand Abolisher into Teferi's Protection Gerard is the play here. I mean, yeah, no, for sure. I would definitely play Tef's Protection against that. These other cards, I don't know what they do. So, yeah. This card, I'm never gonna be playing a Boros deck, but oh, with it, because it's each player chooses three. I thought it was, oh, yeah, okay, that's even grosser. So if I'm like this in response to Fairy's Protection, I think that's how it works. Tef's Protection resolves first, all my stuff goes away, and then everyone else is like, get out. All but three things. That ain't good. And being that this is like a six drop, it's pretty late in the game, and yeah, it's gonna be pretty devastating. And then that person's gonna keep all their stuff. Um, I on the Zack scale of would I play it or not, it's gonna be a 3. Probably wouldn't play this, but in terms of power, I'm gonna say this is a 6 or a 7. Also, this scale is completely arbitrary, and it's coming off the top of my head. So let's go to the next card. And like I said, this was from PJ at Commander Replay. Check out his stuff. It's good. It's good. Um, on the Zack scale, no, on the Zack scale, it's 3. Like I wouldn't play this, but like in terms of power, I'd say it's like what I say, like a 7 or an 8, maybe. I don't know. I think that's what I said. So yeah, 6. Thanks, Targrade. Also Targrade did super good in the qualifier, the Magic Online thing today, or it was on Arena. So, grats, dude. I'm super proud of you. Super happy for you. Excited to see where you go next, man. Um, so next up we got what is happening? Image slideshow. Oh wait, hold on. I gotta do this. What the what? Okay. Yep, here we go. This is from Zuby, at Magic with Zuby. He's got a pretty good podcast. I was on there once. Uh, man, I should have. I don't know what the Jason Mendoza scale is, but I should have written down the Commander Sphere thing. Like, I can tell you. Whoops. Yeah, this card, not lasagna. This card, ugh. So, this card, Krufix, God of Horizons. I chose the original art because I played back then and I like OG arts. So, Krufix, God of Horizons is 3 green blue for a legendary creature enchantment god. It's a 4/7 that says it has indestructible. As long as your devotion to green and blue is less than 7, Krufix isn't a creature. Okay. You have no maximum hand size. Dope, 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 dope. If unused mana would empty from your mana pool, the mana becomes colorless instead. Okay. So mana burn's not a thing anymore, especially with Krufix because it goes in. I think this card is really good, like really good, like almost busted good. I mean, I guess it depends on how you play it. The most effective way that I've casual-ish, is that like more casual or less casual? I'm gonna say. I mean, yeah. The thing that I like to do with it, oh man, I didn't even think about doing your cards that give you more mana on your lands. Yeah. I mean, we should just like write that on this. But the deck that I built with this one time was an Eldrazi deck, and it got out of hand pretty fast. You got some pretty big Eldrazi out. You got a bunch of mana rocks in it, like fast mana rocks, and I built it for our friend Vanessa, and she played it for a while and just went nuts. Like once I taught her how to play it, you just keep dumping that mana, and suddenly you got to turn like huge Eldrazi on turn like 3 or 4. I think this card is great. I mean, on would I play it, I would put it at like a 7 or 8. In terms of power, again, I'd say it's a 7 or 8. Honestly, I don't really feel like this is a super, like, generally speaking, the decks I've seen with it haven't been super casual, but I feel like they could be made in a way. Yeah, Seedborn Muse is nuts with this thing. Um, I would probably pick Tatiova over this, just because Tatiova's her own draw engine, and I like that. I built a straight up Simic Infect deck, and originally, uh, what was that card? Not Kaikar. Uh, what is that card? It is Simic. Ryan, are you still here? What's that card that when it dies you proliferate twice? I know you guys know this. Anybody? Rolesque. Thank you. Thank you. I was building a Rolesque Infect deck that was kind of that was inspired by what a deck that they made on CMDR Central, and I realized I needed like a mana, like a mana. I mean, I'm sorry, draw engine, and I was like, I'm put Tatiova as my um. I was gonna put Tatiova at the top, so it kind of hides the infect business, and on top of that, she draws me cards, so I like it. So yeah, Crewfix pretty good. Can be super busted. I guess it depends on how you build your deck. I'm not gonna refuse to play against this or anything. Like, I want to see what people do. So let's move on to the next one. This is from Craig Trethowen. I hope I said that right. You can see it on the screen because I don't know how to say that. Yeah, I agree. There have been a lot of crazy, like, Simic right now feels like it's like the hotness, right? Like everything. It's not just Simic. Like, I think whatever the wedge is for blue, green, black, I think that's really the most busted one right now. But that's me. I mean, obviously I'm building those decks. So let's get to this card. Hunter's Insight. 2 and a green instant. Choose target creature you control. Whenever that creature deals combat damage to a player or planeswalker this turn, draw that many cards. Yeah, I do agree with that. I think that a lot of the Sultai commanders are pretty linear in design. That being said, I do have a Yarok deck that I just love playing. It was my Muldrotha deck, and I kind of switched it over after the rotisserie last year. But I think this card could be pretty good. If you've got a way to make your like creatures unblockable, like you got Rogue's Passage or something like that, or you maybe use Psych Rift or something and attack with this, and draw 4 or 5 cards. Joe, nothing looks good in a side loader. Side loaders are bad. I mean, KMC stuff is good, but side loaders are bad. We're gonna do a water test one day and see what happens. But I think this card, if you could get, I don't know, 4 or 5 cards off of it, the creature you put on it, and then maybe that creature dies. I think it's done its job, right? I'm definitely considering this for some of my decks. I didn't know about this card till yesterday, so I think this card's pretty dope. So as far as like on the Zack playability, I'd give it a 5 or a 6. On dopeness, I'd probably say that's what it's gonna be: Zack's scale and dopeness scale. Dopeness scale, I think we're at like maybe a 6-ish again. I think it's pretty good. I do think you're gonna have to like set it up to make this play and work, but I think it's good. Also, if you stick it on like a flyer, I guess some sort of like Boros Angel that's got like vigilance and haste and everything else. This could be pretty good. Oh, I guess you couldn't put this in a Boros deck. Ha, sucks to suck, Boros. Moving on to the next card. Let's see. Dust to Dust. This is from Cayleb Ryder. I definitely misspelled his name there. Sorry, bro. But the Twitter handle is correct. And he does a little podcast, or it's more of videos, I think, called Commander Caravan. He's been doing it for a while. He showed me his first video like way back in the day, and like it's good stuff. So this is Dust to Dust. It's 1 white white, exile 2 artifacts at sorcery speed. I think this card's okay. It's okay. I think there are probably better cards that could be used. What is that one? Return to Dust. I think Return to Dust. I'm looking it up real quick. Yeah, for 1 more mana at instant speed. Oops, what happened? These arrows. Oh, go backwards. What's happening here? Okay, cool. Let's just cycle through it till, what is happening? What is doing this to me? Oh my god. Yeah, Helad's intervention is pretty legit. I talked about it last night. It's kind of messed up, but at the same time, like, I'd probably play that. Okay. I don't know what is making my slideshow loop at random. That's annoying and weird. Oh, wait a second. I think I know. Hold on. Nope, that didn't do it. Cool. Let's see what happens when I do this. Okay. Man. This thing is throwing me for a loop. It's doing it automatically? Come on, guys. Transition. Yeah. Manual. Not automatic. Manual. Okay. Okay, I think I have control again. I think. I make no promises. So I think honestly, like, I don't know. I'd rather play Return to Dust here. I think it's 2 white white for an instant. Exile target artifact or enchantment. If you cast a spell during your main phase, you may exile up to 1 other target artifact or enchantment. I think because it's just more versatile. It does cost 1 more mana. It gets 1 thing at instant speed and 2 at sorcery. I definitely think that's way better. There are other cards. Trying to remember. I can't think of one. So like this card, honestly, I probably wouldn't play it unless my meta was just full of like artifact stuff, which I feel like mine is, but most of it's me. So I'm definitely gonna say on the scale of who in my play should play it, they should play it none, like 0. But no, for real, in level of dopeness, I'd give this a 3. I'd probably say the likelihood of me playing it's probably a 2. So yeah, Kristen, man, I'm glad Kristen Emily's here to give me all the good cards, because I'm not known for my card knowledge. So she's saying play Forsake the Worldly for 2 white, or 2 and a white. It's an instant, exiles 1 artifact or enchantment, and it cycles. That's pretty dope too. I like that. What is next? This card looks real complicated. There are way more than 5 lines of text on this, and if it weren't a land, I would just counter it automatically. But This was given to me last night by one of Ryan and I's friends, Aaron. We've known him for a long time. But what it is it says tap, choose 2 target blocking creatures as an opponent controls. If each of those creatures could block all creatures that the other is blocking, remove both and of them from combat. No one, each one of them blocking all creatures the other was blocking. What? Let me read this again. Choose 2 target blocking creatures an opponent controls. Okay. Each of those creatures could block all. If each of those creatures could block all creatures that the other is blocking, remove both of them from combat. Each one then blocks all creatures the other was blocking. When Sorrow's Path becomes tapped, it deals 2 damage to you and each creature you control. I really feel like Aaron set me up here. I don't understand what this card does. TH the intern says it's bad, so we're just gonna go dopeness 1 and Zack playability 0% because I still don't know what to do. And that's like, yeah, I'm moving on. So this was submitted by Jacob Besh, one of our oldest listeners. It's Underrealm Lich. It's 3 black green for a creature zombie elf shaman. 4/3. Yeah, I think so too. If you would draw a card, instead look at the top 3 cards of your library, then put 1 in your hand and the rest into your graveyard. Pay 4 life. Underrealm Lich gains indestructible until end of turn. Tap it. I think this card's good. I think it's definitely a way to get cards into your graveyard if you're playing one of those graveyard type strategies. And we all know cards in the graveyard are a resource. So yeah, I think it's good. I like it. I think there's a pretty big chance. The only thing that scares me, and this is why I haven't actually built a graveyard deck really, well, like a Golgari type graveyard deck, is I'm just so worried about like Grafdigger's Cage. That one's for you, CC Orion. Or Grafdigger. I said Grafdigger's Cage. Or Relic of Progenitus, or Bajuka Bog. These are all things that are in graveyards. Like that, I don't want to. And this is why I stopped playing Muldrotha, because people would either just keep Muldrotha off the board or keep my graveyard empty, and it was kind of hard. Still, I think this card's a good card. On dopeness scale, we'll give it a 7. On Zack plays scale, I would say maybe a 5. I don't know. I've never built a Golgari deck. Maybe I should do that. I think this card was. I'm pretty sure this card was in my Muldrotha deck, and no, it wasn't. It's too new. But yeah, this is good. I like it. What's next? Tim Trayburn. Reality Twist. I think this card is super interesting. It's blue, cumulative upkeep, 1 blue. Instead of their normal mana, plains produce red, swamps produce green, mountains produce white, and forests produce black. I really think this could be a cool card to play. I think that this could be interesting as like if you're playing a mono blue deck or a 5-color deck, but probably a mono blue deck because of the 3 blue pips. Yeah, you're right, Joe. You're totally right. I'm glad you're here. This I think if you do the whole 1 big turn strategy that I try to do sometimes in decks, where you have 1 turn where you just kill everybody, like I think you play it and then it doesn't affect blue, so you can probably still get countered, but any other types of effects, it may be able to stop because people just won't be able to cast them. I think it's interesting. Yeah, I agree. I usually go 2 to 3, depending, because because graveyards are nuts. And the thing is, Ryan and I have talked about this, like with graveyards. Um, not even if you're getting milled, right, and even if you're not playing a graveyard strategy, like it definitely like I don't know, what's in your deck, and it's just good. This card, I think Reality Twist is pretty sweet on the level of dopeness, general dopeness by other players. I would say this probably falls at like a 4. The chances of me playing this are I'm definitely gonna order like 4 of them, so I'm definitely gonna try to find a way to make this thing work. So I'd say this is an 8 or a 9 for the Zack dopeness scale. Um, Man, Bear Maulings came at us with the hot fire, Nim Death Mantle. This card you can do so much with. Is the backbone of a lot of combos, and we'll kind of get into that here shortly. Nim Death Mantle costs 2. It's an artifact equipment. Equipped creature gets +2/+2 and has Intimidate and is a black zombie. Whenever a non-creature is put into the graveyard from the battlefield, you may pay 4. If you do, return that card to the battlefield and attach Nim Death Mantle to it. Excuse me. Equip 4. That's pretty nuts. That is pretty nuts. Let me get the patented Zack's crib sheet out for combos, cause this thing combos like whoa, whoa. Um, let's see. Um, derp, derp, getting it. So, the biggest one that we've been into with Nim Death Mantle is let's see. Does this do what I want? Where is it? Okay, yeah. So you can play this with one of my favorite commanders, and I don't play this commander anymore because it's too hard not to build a broken deck. It's a Brea Ethereum Shaper. It's a legendary artifact creature human. She costs white, blue, black, red. When it enters the battlefield, create 2/1/1 blue Thopter artifact creature tokens with flying. 2, sacrifice 2 artifacts, choose one. Brea deals 3 damage to target player. Target creature gets -4/-4 until end of turn. You gain 5 life. You add Nim Deathmantle and Ashnod's Altar to that. Ashnod's Altar is an artifact that costs 3. Sacrifice a creature. Add colors colorless to your mana pool. So what you do is with this in Brea, you can create infinite enter the battlefield, leaving the battlefield triggers that with her, since she creates tokens when it enters play, and then you sack the creatures to or I believe you attach Nim Deathmantle to her. Wait, how's it? Hold on. And then you sack her to her guys come in, and then you sack them to her ability to deal damage. Make sure I got this right. Yeah, you use the 2. How does that work? 2. Yeah, you use one of the Thopters to sack. You use both the Thopters. You sack them, or you sack both of them to have her deal 3 damage to target player. Then you sack her to Ashnod's Altar, and then you use some mana to reattach Nim Deathmantle. Anyway, it gets nuts. It's an infinite thing. I'm real bad at remembering what combos do, but some other cards that do this, she can, or Nim Deathmantle and Ashnod's Altar can do this with our Grave Titan. That's 4 black giant creature, 6/6 Death Touch. Whenever Grave Titan enters the battlefield or attacks, put 2 black zombie creature tokens on the battlefield. One of my favorites, Mirror Battlesphere. 7 cost artifact creature Mirror Construct. That when it enters the battlefield, 4 colorless tokens come into play. Some other stuff, but that doesn't really matter. So yeah, there's definitely that. That's some crazy business you can do with this card. Some other combos that I have that I'm aware of, and I'm just gonna gloss over these real quick because I don't want to be on this forever, but it's again that Nim Death Metal Ashnod's Altar. You know, you've got Avenger of Zendikar, infinite tokens, infinite mana. Grave Titan again, infinite tokens, infinite mana. Worm Coil Engine, infinite mana, infinite tokens. Massacre Worm, destroy everything. Apparently, you need some more mana to do that. Priest of Gix, infinite black mana. Puppeteer Click, infinite stealing of opponent's creatures plus infinite mana. Kitchen Finks, infinite life. Woodfall Primus, destroy all non-creature permanents. This card is versatile and it's good. So yeah, as far as I would say on the dopeness level for this card is 8 or 9, and the Zack playability is 10 because I definitely play this in decks. Yeah, man, I want a Grave Titan. I'm just like not willing to spend the money because I'm cheap. Let's see what else we got. Devout Witness. This is from Matt Jorgensen. This is from his Twitter handle is Metal Matt Returns. This is Devout Witness from Modern Horizons. It's 2 white for a creature human spell shaper. 2/2, 1 and a white. Tap, discard a card, destroy target artifact or enchantment. Honestly, I think this card's okay, but if you're really looking at it, you're spending, let's see, 3, 4, 5 to destroy. You can send those gravy teas over to me. All hell bolus. I'll definitely give out Joe's address, and then Joe can mail them to me. Oh, is it? Did it go down? Oh man, I need to read. I've been so like glued to like the news, like the news that I've been kind of neglecting some of my Magic news reading. I'll definitely check that article, Kristen, Emily. But this card, Devout Witness, I don't care for it. It comes in for 3. You can't use it the turn it comes in, and then you end up paying a total of 5 and discarding a card, destroy artifact or creature. I don't think that this is a great card. Honestly, I wouldn't play it. I mean, honestly, I would straight up play Dust to Dust over this. So I don't know. Does anybody have any dissenting opinions on this? Am I just straight up wrong? Man, I'm gonna have to make that order. Yeah, Utter Ends definitely good. Uh, Mortify. I think Mortify does it, or Vindicate. I can't remember. I'm bad. Yeah, I just I just don't think this is a great card. So yeah, let's see what the next one is. Rayami, First of the Fallen. Does that mean Rayami was the first vampire? Interesting. And this is from Magnus Magicus. That's a cool name. Um, so Rayami, First of the Fallen, costs 1 black, green, blue for a legendary creature vampire. 5/4. If a non-creature token would die, exile that card with a blood counter on it instead. As long as an exiled creature card with a blood counter on it has flying, Rayami has flying. The same is true for First Strike, Double Strike, Death Touch, Haste, Hexproof, Indestructible, Lifelink, Menace, Protection, Reach, Trample, and Vigilance. I think this is a decent card. Um, as far as, and I've seen some kind of busted decks with it before at the shop, but I don't know. To me, this is one of those. This feels like something that people are just going to straight up kill as soon as as soon as it hits the table, right? And then, I mean, granted, you can ramp with green, and recast multiple times. And what's also interesting is, those exiled creatures that have those tokens still get the they still grant him the thing when he comes back. So I think this card could get pretty scary. Again, if people are running the correct amount of removal, which let's be real, we all know it doesn't always happen. This thing could get pretty scary. Um, oh, thanks, Joe. Vampires. Oh, this is the first of the vampires to be destroyed by the Eldrazi invasion. Thank you for that. That lore, Joe. Um, yeah, I think on this, I probably would not play this as a commander, uh, or in one of my decks. Like I think it's a decent card. Like on the dopeness level, I would give this probably a 7. Um, yeah, maybe I should get a flash and just flash this guy in, return him to my hand or something. But on the Zack playability, I would probably not play this card. I'd say you're looking at a 3 or a 4 here, just because I don't know. This doesn't really seem like my thing. Uh, the other thing is this deck feels like it would be built around attacking, and I don't love that. So let's go to the next card. I think this is our last one. Yep. Uh, Ancient Grudge. This card describes what is constantly going on between Big John and I. I would call that an ancient grudge. Hashtag get Big John. But ancient grudge is 1 and a red for an instant destroy target artifact. Flashback 1 green. I'm sorry, flashback green. This definitely seems like a card that Big John would play against me and destroy my best artifact, and then flash it back and destroy my second best artifact. That being said, I think this card's like in Gruul colors. I think this card is good. I think it's pretty good. It's instant speed. It costs you. I mean, for 3 mana, you're gonna destroy 2 artifacts. It's pretty good. On the dopeness scale, I'd give this probably like a 7-ish. On the Zack playability scale, we're probably looking at like a 4 or a 5. Like I'd play it, but I don't currently have any red green decks, so yeah, I don't know. I think it's good. I would definitely play it. So yeah, let's get. Yeah, okay, I'm back. You can see me again. Um, so yeah, those are the cards for this evening. I definitely want to thank everyone for doing it or checking it out. If you have other cards you want to see, I'm gonna try to do this a couple of times a week. I'm thinking maybe Wednesday or Thursday this coming week I'll do another one. So if you want to slip in my DMs and message, I think I have one more. Hold on. I think I forgot one, and I definitely feel bad about this. Let me double check. Hold on. Messages. Uh, Kristen Emily asked me to talk about this card, and I forgot to make a slide for it because I'm a jerk. So I'm gonna have to do it next time. It's cut ribbons, but I will definitely remember. Sorry, I'm sorry. But yeah. So yeah, slip into. I'll put another tweet up, and hopefully, if you guys want to slip into my DMs and hit me up with some cards that you want to hear me talk about and hear mild takes on, for sure, let me know. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm just trying to, have some fun and have a reason for folks to get together and chat and talk, just because, it's definitely tough out there. It's been kind of tough on me. I, um, um, I'm sorry, Kristen. I'm sorry. I'll do it next time. I swear it's gonna be the first one. Am I your brother? Oh, I didn't know that. I'm learning about my genealogy. This has been good for me. Oh, I see. Um, I'm not gonna make it the joke that I want to make here. Um, so anyway, I just want to have some time where we can like just chill and like goof around and chat, and I just want to kind of keep out there that times are tough now. We all know it, and just want everybody to remain positive. Definitely take the precautions that you need to. Wash those hands. Cough into your elbow. Wash that elbow. And try to social distance yourself from everybody. Try not to hoard crazy things. Joe showed me that he had like 30 rolls of toilet paper in his house the other day, and I was slightly bothered by that because he only has one roommate, him and his roommate. No, he didn't. He didn't really. But just try to think of others. Try to spread some cheer on Twitter and lift each other up. And until next time, this is Zack saying, keep it social.